You're listening to The Blueprint with respected entrepreneur and journalist Brandon Armand. He's talking with other entrepreneurs, professionals, and community leaders about the hurdles they've encountered in their careers, the lessons they've learned, and their blueprint for success. And now, here's your host, Brandon Armand.
Hey guys, I'm Brandon Armand. We are here with The Blueprint, and we are talking with, you already see, Master P, Romeo. We came here.
I'm rubbing right now. Y'all talking to the. I'm gonna finish this Big Papa burger.
And look, he just said that we are at Big Papa Burgers. It's Master P's new joint burger shop here in New Orleans area, in Harvey to be exact. And he just opened it up a few days ago, and it's already popping and it's doing well, and people are here. And so we're just happy to have you on The Blueprint. And we came to interview Master P. We didn't realize that Romeo would be here too, so we got extra. So you get to hear from Master P today, and you know what? Romeo.
For Big Papa's, Romeo is the blueprint for Big Papa. You know what I'm saying? Because this idea is a family business, but he came up like, Dad, let's make this happen. You know, this is our grandfather. The ingredients, his recipe. This burger been around since 1965, before our time, and everything big at Big Papa. So Romeo, like, let's make it big, just like our grandpa.
Make it worldwide, bring it to the world.
Yeah. So how did this concept come about? I know you said it's your grandfather's recipe.
Yeah.
How did you decide to? What made you decide to open up the restaurant?
Yeah, I felt like as entrepreneurs, you need to expand your portfolio and the things that you like. So we did the music, we did movies, we did clothing, but we're from New Orleans. New Orleans is a place of food. And so Romeo was like, you know what? Let's bring this together. Let's bring this Big Papas together.
It'd be like Shark Tank at our house.
Yeah.
Like, what ideas we got, what makes sense. And this makes the most sense with this family business, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what makes it worth it at the end of the day. If you got family that believe in it, if you believe in it, then the world gonna come together one day and they're gonna see your vision.
Well, why not us make a franchise?
Right.
I mean, you got the McDonald's, you got the Wendy's, you got the Five Guys. I mean, the food we have is amazing. Nothing tastes like this. The taste is excellent, and everything is big. It's like, you know what? It's missing. It's missing from when we talk about the food chains as far as restaurants and as far as burgers. You know, they never seen this. The sauce is incredible. So, you know, we about business. It's not just the sauce, the Big Papa sauce.
This real entrepreneurship right there, having business, a brand, retail, not just coming and buy burgers, but having something else also you can sell.
That you can sell.
Yeah.
And so let me ask you about this. Let's talk about, we're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to talk about financial literacy and all that stuff like that. But let's talk about generational wealth for a second, since you brought this up. You know, there are some people who actually frown on generational wealth, and they may say, you know, Romeo, everything was given to you because, you know, your dad succeeded before you were born, and it's been given to you.
But that's not true.
But that's not always
Romeo, you get to imagine, when I was in the Calio project, Romeo was with me. He was a kid. Yeah. So Romeo seen both worlds. He's seen the bad and the good. It's on him as a charge. Nothing was given to him because for us to build generational wealth, he have to have the same work ethics that I have. And he has that. Not just because he's kin to me, because it's in him. It's that he want more out of life.
But so the crazy thing, like he said, is frowned upon, and that's from our people, right?
And that's what I was getting at, right?
It's our people, because it's not frowned upon in other races, right. You know. If we being real, the black community, they think it's not cool to pass down family legacies, family business. Yeah. And people don't realize we always 10 steps behind because of that mentality. It's like, if I bring a kid into this world, wouldn't I want to have something to pass down and hope that this person will actually be a leader and keep it going? I mean, that's what generational wealth is. Yeah. They've been doing it since day one.
And why can't we? Why shouldn't we?
Well, because we hate on each other and we jealous of each other instead of saying embrace and celebrate each other. Yeah. You know, my son could be doing all kind of negative things. He's doing positive things, building a business, building a brand, building a family. Because it takes a lot of sacrifice, and you got to be committed. Mm-hmm. Like, he is committed to us building a generational wealth. Yeah. And we wouldn't be here if I didn't have the same expectation for myself. You know, I get up in the morning, the clock don't wake me up. I tell people everybody got 24 hours. What are you doing with your 24 hours? If you hating on us, I mean, because most African Americans, family, they say we don't stick together. And definitely you don't see this as much as father and son. I mean, we did movies together, we put our own money, we doing restaurants, we doing food, we doing clothing. And we could be doing a lot of other negative things, but we're not.
That's not praise like it should be.
Well, it's sad because think about it. People praise the negativity, but you don't praise what positive things are happening. You should be happy for it.
But let me ask you this: why do you say it's not praised like it should be? Why do you think that's the case?
It's not cool. I think they don't think it's cool. We should be out here doing the wrong thing.
It's a mindset. Yeah. You know, our people. You think that you got to get it by yourself, do it on your own. Even my pops, you know, he built this amazing empire. He was never by himself.
Yeah.
You know. And I think that's just the mindset that we have as people in our culture, so where it's not true.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you got to have a team.
Yeah.
You got to have the right people around you to build any type of successful business.
Yeah, but for us, like Romeo said, we came up in the sports world. Romeo played basketball, I played basketball. We've always thought team. We've always thought family. Mm-hmm. So, you know, you're going to see family members around us. You're going to see friends. You're going to see, but you see good people. Because we eliminate the bad people, we cut you off. If you're not right, we cutting you off.
So you actually, I think you might have looked at my notes because every question that I want to ask you actually you're hitting on it,
but it's
which is good. So one of the questions that I have for you is, you know, how do you build team? And there are a lot of entrepreneurs that's watching this, and they look and they say, okay, you know, Master P's done it, Romeo's doing it. How can I do it? But as you said, you can't do it by yourself. It takes a team. How do you get that right team?
I'm gonna tell you what I do. I put God first. So if I put God first and I look for the right people. I want experts, I want people that's committed, people that believe in what it is. A lot of people say loyalty. Loyalty for me is nothing, but commitment is everything. Because I know if you're committed to something, I know Romeo is committed to keeping his family going, committed to building a legacy, committed to building a generational wealth the same way I'm committed. Yeah. So guess what? We're not perfect. But I want people that are committed around us. Yeah. And if you're not committed, I come from New Orleans, I come from the streets, I don't mind cutting you off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you got to go.
Yeah.
If you're not right for my family or our team, you have to go.
It's a term called survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
And how do you cut a person off? I mean, I was talking with somebody earlier today who's an entrepreneur, and there's somebody that he wants to cut off, but this is family. It's somebody that's close to him.
Man, let me tell you something. My grandmother told me, baby, why you fired my son? I say, because your son is not good for the family business. Yeah. I would rather give him something than say, look, destroy our business. You can't do that. This is a bigger picture. This is bigger than you. This is bigger than me. This is the way we feed our family. So if you're not right, you got to tell them, you know, you're not right for the business.
Yeah, you can love them, but you got to love them for the business.
Yeah. Well, you know what the thing is, I think that people have to realize that when you're in a business and you're an entrepreneur, you have to do what's best for your business. That's it. It's not personal.
Too. I think a lot of people, like if somebody qualified for the job, that's cool, but if they don't qualify for it, they don't deserve that
This
job.
is not for everybody. Everybody can't work in a restaurant.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like we got a lot of family, like, I'm not my dad's only kid. People like, well, why isn't this kid doing that or doing this? Every kid don't want to be in the spotlight. Every kid don't want to run a multi-million-dollar business. It's different levels to life, and that's cool. But you just got to know what your role is, and that's how you create something successful. Yeah. Everybody knowing what your role is. What do you bring to the table?
Yeah. Let's talk about financial literacy. So we just talked about generational wealth, and you can build it. You can bring Romeo and anybody else in and pass it along. But if that financial literacy isn't there, it's not going to be long. It's not going. The business is not going to be around for long. Well, why is that important?
You have to educate yourself on. I tell people all the time. So you have athletes and entertainers. They always say, basketball is my job, but entertainment is my job. So then you go hire a financial advisor. Think about it. That financial advisor knows you don't know nothing about finance. You don't know nothing about finances. So guess what? They either gonna steal from you, take your money, because them hours you put in basketball and sports and entertainment, imagine you put 1 or 2 hours to understand what financial literacy is, how dangerous you'll be. You can write your own check. You got somebody writing your checks for you, and you don't know where it's going at.
Pops, I don't know if you heard the quarterback from Indianapolis, the Colts. He signed his own $30 million deal. No agent, no nothing.
Wow. See that?
Jacoby, I don't know his name, Jacoby something. He was the backup, but they franchise player retired literally like a few days ago.
Think about
it. The backup player.
So that's where education gets you at. I tell people
his own $30 million
education is more important than money. Because we from New Orleans, you know the hurricane come, it washes away, you gotta start over. For me, I could lose it, get it right back because I have $1 billion worth of knowledge. And I don't need a financial advisor to tell me what to do with my money. I made this money, so I need to educate myself to know what to do with this money, how to spend it. You know, I don't want nobody telling me who to give my money to, who I can't give it to, what I need to invest into. Where was you before I made this money? Right. So that education on financial literacy is gonna help you to be around a long time. For us, it's all about sustainability. We here for over 27 years because we educated ourselves with financial literacy. I've educated my son. You know, I tell people, take some economic courses, understand banking. You know what I'm saying? Don't just sit around and wait for them to tell you what to do with your money, because you don't know, you lost.
So let's go back to when you first started No Limit Records.
Yeah.
The record shop in California.
Yeah.
You started with a $10,000 investment, and now you've built it today to, I'm guessing, over $250 million or whatever it's worth.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
You didn't have financial literacy when you started this way back then. You had hustle, right?
Yeah. Well, I had hustle, I had grind, but I've also was educated. So people don't know just till I come from the ghetto. You know, I've always was a good student. I always read. I invested in what I believed in. Like I had vision. So my vision and my passion made me understand my business. And I learned it from the ground up.
Yeah.
So imagine this. I took those bumps and bruises in the business to fail. And I didn't use it as failure. I used it as a lesson, never a loss. So I educated myself in financial literacy, making decisions in charts. Some was good, some was bad, and I learned from the bad and the good. And I kept getting better and better. So I think a lot of people don't want to start. They don't understand that you have to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. You know, the little education I had, I got better, and now I feel like I have $1 billion worth of knowledge.
Yeah.
Even from all the mistakes I made.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just about everything that went well. Those bruises, you know, I band-aided them up, stood up, and kept going. And I feel like that's where we are as a family in a business. That, like Romeo said, everybody's not going to do what we're doing.
Right.
You know, but you have to love what you do. And you educate yourself. I mean, for this generation right now, I'm going to give y'all a tip. If you have the internet and you have a computer or a phone, you can Google whatever. Like, stop making excuses.
Yeah.
Like I said, everybody got 24 hours. If you out partying, playing most of the day, you're probably not going to be successful.
Yeah.
If you invest in a little of that time into your education, your knowledge, technology is changing every year, every day.
Yeah.
So it's like, invest some of that time into you bettering yourself, change your mindset, because that's what you don't realize. The mindset is so important.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people, they haven't changed their mindset. Because I tell people all the time that, you know, you can change your house, your car, your clothes, all that, but if you don't change your mindset, you're still the same.
Yeah. People say, I'm moving to New Orleans. I said, where are you moving? I'm moving to New York.
Yeah.
What's going to be different in New York than in New Orleans if you've got the same mindset?
The same
You're
mindset.
going to go out to New York and the same thing's going to happen. You keep talking about family. You guys did just released the movie not long ago. I got the hook up too. And it's been doing well. If you haven't seen it, make sure you go see it, and you can still download it on iTunes.
Yep, it's sold out everywhere. Like right now, the DVD is sold out at Best Buy, sold out at Walmart, Target is going crazy. And look what we was able to do when you own something. I tell you, it's all about ownership. We was able to put Big Papa's in the movie. That movie has the world famous Big Papa's restaurant.
And that's what I was getting at. So one of the questions since I've seen the movie, I've been going back and forth and trying to figure out what came first. Big Papa's restaurant was Was the restaurant put into the movie, or did you think about the restaurant after
Let me tell
developing
you
the movie?
something about business. Never tell them everything.
But we're on the blueprint. You can tell.
Now, well, you know what? To be honest with you, it's all about marketing. I tell Romeo that it's all about marketing. So we knew that Big Papa's was gonna be a restaurant, and we knew one day it was gonna be a franchise. And we said, why not put this in the movie as the business? And you have to be, like Romeo said, 10 steps ahead again. People didn't see this coming.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't see this because now Big Papa's is known all across the world. So I have franchise people coming at me saying, do you and Romeo want to franchise this in New York? Do you want to franchise this in Atlanta? Do you want to franchise this in North Carolina? Which this has never been heard of. A business growing that fast to have people in all these different markets want this. And the one thing that we knew, the food had to be right. And we had to do this from home. Yeah. This is a New Orleans business. So when this go out, people are gonna say, this is a New Orleans restaurant. Yeah. This is certified. And it is.
And the thing about it is it's a New Orleans restaurant, New Orleans food. The name obviously is nationwide because of y'all, but it still has that mom and pop feel.
Oh yeah, it do.
Look
at these French fries. I'm just letting y'all know. Look at this. This, you're not gonna get this nowhere but New Orleans. And guess what? Our customers is getting more for their money. Look at this burger, for real. Like, you're not gonna see this at Five Guys. You're not gonna see this at Wendy's. You're not gonna see this at Burger King.
And you especially not gonna get something freshly made at those franchises.
Yeah, look at this. I'm just showing y'all.
Like,
I mean, this is the
like
real
deal.
deal.
That mom and pop feel where you go to the backyard at the barbecue and you making the burgers freshly right there.
And that's good. That's what people. That's what people. Can I try a fry?
Go ahead.
That's it. Sweet potato fry.
Sweet potato fries.
You got me talking with my motto.
See that? That's when it's good. Y'all seen that?
So let's talk about this. I got to hook up too. You know, you're building success, not just for your family, but also for other people. I mean, you guys broke the world record, the most spoken lines or whatever.
In the movie, the Guinness Book of Records for the most speaking roles in the movie.
And then you've given a lot of other people, a lot of these social media celebrities, opportunities to go and, you know, you're providing an opportunity, and then it's up to them to go and continue to.
No, we're giving them. I mean, to be in a Hollywood blockbuster movie, people that never been seen before in a film. You know, this is incredible for them. And we glad that me and Romeo was able to give our people that opportunity because they wouldn't have had that.
Like my dad said, it all goes back to God and the Bible. You know, I mean, for us, it doesn't make sense to work hard and be in a position to not give back. Like that's why we do what we do.
Yeah.
And I've seen it up close and personal. Like my dad's not a man who works for money. He works to put people in a position to live a better life. And that's why God bless him the way he does.
Yeah.
And that's what I seen growing up, and that's why I'm so hungry to want to just be successful.
Yeah.
The more I make, the more opportunities I can create. The more I make, the more I can give. Now that get in the wrong hands, guess what happens? No progress.
Right.
Let me tell y'all something, right? I met a lot of successful people, and all of them say they're about giving, but they're about promotion. They don't care about the community and the people. That's the sad. Some of these people think they're gonna take this money with them.
Right.
I told a guy the other day, you're not taking that with you.
Yeah.
You know what he told me? He said, man, I just live forever. I said, what? You can do that? Because everybody got to die.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's what the imprint you leave on this earth. And that's what we're about. We fighters for our people. We like Muhammad Ali. We want to leave that imprint, you know, for the world.
And that's important. You guys do it, and you know, a lot of philanthropic things that people don't know about. Team Hope, NOLA.
We don't know what we don't care about talking about that. That's why I be telling a lot of these guys with money, they want to show people, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing. You know what? It's not about that. Like Romeo say, God knows.
The anonymous giver.
Yeah. Long as that man up above, you know, we doing the right thing. You know what? Why not help the kids that grew up like us?
Yeah.
If we could help change that, we saying educate. We could help educate these kids, because even with our burgers, we saying, listen, not only this is gonna be a restaurant, but we giving back. When you buy one of these burgers and you buy some food out of here, we're giving back to inner city kids education. We want to expand that.
Yeah.
We tired of sending our kids to prison. We want to send them to college.
Right.
So we figured if we touch this right now and prevent it, we could send our kids to college instead of sending them to prison.
Yeah.
And educate the next generation. That's basically what it's about for us.
I'm a Christian. Obviously, y'all are Christians. You keep talking about God. Faith without works is dead.
Yeah.
So you gotta hustle. You gotta
That's
work.
the key word right there.
Yeah.
I mean, my dad's a living witness to that. People don't see how hard he works. Like, none of this happened overnight. Even the vision of building No Limit Records, he could have named it something else. The vision of the name, calling himself Masterpiece.
Yeah.
Master P, So at the end of the day, you got to be willing to put in the work. You got to believe in yourself, and you can't just have faith.
Yeah.
Like, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
People are like, well, if I believe in God. It's like playing a sport. You can be the most talented person, but if you don't take care of your body, if you don't practice, other people will pass you up.
Yeah. Nothing comes to a sleeper but a dream.
Yeah.
And excuse me, we're going to actually, I think, learn a little bit about that. You have your documentary from the hood to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Coming out. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so From the Hood to Hollywood is coming out, and it's just me growing up in New Orleans, chasing my dreams and my goals, and being able to, pursue success in struggle, the pain, the success, watch it all come together. And then we go with the Master P biopic, King of the South, which will be coming out. And then
Look, Pop's downplaying what's the documentary called? From
Hood to
From the
Hollywood.
Hood to Hollywood.
Yeah, that's probably one of the most inspirational pieces I've ever watched.
I saw the trailer. It looks good.
I'm excited for the world to see it because it shows everything clearly. Why somebody at this magnitude is able to escape what other people aren't. How somebody is able to be bigger than their environment. And you see that crystal clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, don't be afraid to turn down a deal. You're going to see how I turned down $1 million.
Yeah.
Only had $500 and came back to the projects and had to chase my dream when I could have been a millionaire. But if I took that money, I probably wouldn't be here where I'm at right now. And then the No Limit story is coming next. So you guys will get a chance to see, how we did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and we got to wrap up this interview soon, but, mad respect for you. I mean, you're Master P. I'm from New Orleans, especially. I always grew up, seeing Master P, but, even more when I started doing a little bit more research on you, preparing for this interview. Like, this guy is a genius, and I don't think sometimes you get the credit that you deserve, but in this movie, this documentary, I think we're going to hopefully see that, and people are going to see that. And then, just Romeo, you've raised Romeo to be where he is right now, not Lil Romeo, but Romeo. Yeah. And
the businessman,
the entrepreneur and the actor and also the philanthropist, and you can see it all over you. And listen, you talk about generational wealth. It's obvious that nothing was given to you. You work hard for it. If you guys have you just watched this interview just now, you heard him speak.
Look, I tell people all the time, they got families worth way more than us. Billionaire kids. I know I got friends that are billionaires.
Yeah.
Just because the parents successful don't mean the kid's successful.
Right.
Some of these kids going left. And the one thing is just about respect. In my household, what I learned with my pops is it's always about respect and wanting to add on to the legacy and him teaching me how to fish. It was never given to me. Yeah. And I was blessed to see both sides. You got to realize I was right there every step of the way. So everything that he kind of seen, I was the little cub right there, seeing it as well.
Right, and it's evident. I mean, you are your father's son, and y'all are continuing to do big things, including this restaurant. So, what else do you want people to know about, Big Papa's restaurant and Big Papa's burgers and?
I'm about to go get me a Big Papa shake.
Yeah,
I'll be right. Y'all want one?
Yeah, I want one. If it's as good as this. Vanilla, please. Thank you. What else you want people to know about the restaurant and just about everything else you got going on?
You know what? To be honest with you, I want people to know, people support you if you're doing crazy stuff or negative stuff? Why not support us doing something positive? Yeah. I tell people all the time, like, we're doing positive things, and like Romeo said earlier, I know that's not cool, the cool way. People rather see you on the news doing negative things, getting in trouble. I'm like, you know what? I want to show the next generation that if you do the right thing, you don't have to make the mistakes I made. And that's what I'm doing for my son. He don't have to make the mistakes I made, because you've seen that I made those mistakes. My life is not perfect. But God will bless you if you do the right thing. So I just want people to, you know, when they come to Big Papa's, to feel that love, feel that atmosphere. You know, like Romeo said, feel at home. And this is us. This is us feeding us. This is us helping us. And Big Papa's is something big for the next generation. Like, we'll be able to hand this down like McDonald's. And you have to have that type of vision. And, you know, you're going to remember this video to where I told you that Big Papa's is about to be one of the next biggest franchise. Because what's happening right now, I'm meeting with some people soon, but they love the whole concept. How can we put this in other places? You know, because this is catching on, and it's catching on because of the movie. And people don't realize it's never been done. You know, you never created a business in a movie. So this is definitely history.
Yeah, and the last question, since we're on the blueprint, what do you tell an entrepreneur, or just anybody out there that's watching, what is your blueprint for success?
So my blueprint for success is sacrificing, being committed to what you believe in, getting up, putting in the work, working hard, but also working smart. And if you do those things and you put your trust and faith in God, you will be successful. And see the vision, have a vision, have a dream, have a goal, because most people don't have one. And don't let the haters stop you from being what you want to be. You know, my favorite song, who are the haters in the neighborhood? They can't stop us though, you know what I'm saying? The haters can't stop. You know, I'm from New Orleans, man, and y'all know, just because the struggle and the pain, let that struggle and pain mold you to be who you are. Because when I get hit with that struggle and pain, even when I was in the ghetto, I ain't had nothing. Me and my brothers, we was hungry, we was starving. We say, you know what? We alive. As long as you're alive, you get up to fight for another day.
Yeah. Man, that's some good advice. Listen, great advice from Master P. We had Romeo spitting some knowledge as well. And that's the blueprint for success, and that's how you continue to be successful. And then the other thing is just to study and follow the people who come before you and see what they do.
Let me tell y'all something. Knowledge is money. Use money and love people, because some people use people and love money. Don't do that. Yeah. You know, if you want to be successful, you want to be around, that's what you need to do. Yeah. Use money and love people.
Love people, because the love of money.
You know
people say money is the root of all evil, but the Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil. Yeah. But thank you so much, man. I'm waiting for my shake from Romeo. I'm going to get a burger. Yeah. We're at Big Papa's Burgers in the outskirts of New Orleans in Harvey. Make sure you guys, if you're in New Orleans, if you don't live here, that you get a chance to come stop by and experience the burgers. I'm going to try one, and thank you so much for your time, Master P. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
This has been a BAM Network production, produced by BAM Communications. For other BAM Network shows, visit www.bamcommunications.com. A BAM Network production.